have you had an abortion? What gender do you go by? What do you want to go by? Does your parents know? Are you homeless? Just things that kids shouldn't have to answer. Those are for the parents or the guardians.
And what grade are those?
Well, I will tell you, before I got on the board, as a parent advocate, there was these gender whatever questionnaires that were going out even in the elementaries. I'm not saying all, but they were given to us, and us parents fought that, right? And then when we got onto the board, we made sure that the actual laws were followed, and kids were not. When it comes to politics, religion, their gender and stuff, kids are not supposed to be surveyed without the parents' permission. But most people don't know that, so the people get away with doing it because no one reports it.
Whether I had abortion or not, it's not your business.
Okay, well, I will tell you, my student took the health course during summer through a local community college, because that's one of the requirements for high school to graduate here in California, the health class. And our district, I almost wish I put my kid through our district one, because I know that our curriculum could be trusted, right? And they're not pushing all the stuff that usually the ones that go along with the state are. But I will tell you, I saw at one point, she hands me her laptop and she goes, "Mom, I don't want to answer these anymore." It was, "Are you having sex? How many abortions did you have? Would you have an abortion? Blah, blah, blah." What does that have to do with educating my child? Why does she have to take this class?
Why do you think they're asking those questions? What do they do with the data?
That's what I want to know. What do they do with the data? But also, again, let's go back to community schools and the grants and the funding. When schools are now, remember during COVID, right? When it shut down, you've seen recently Congress had brought all these papers forward showing the learning loss and how these schools should have never been shut down as long as they have. Again, that's when I got involved as a parent, right? And I will give our district credit because they brought kids back sooner than most California schools, right? But they did take the funding with the local board that used to govern them. They took the funding that was given to these schools to reopen and address learning loss and mental health issues. Now, some school districts do great with it, and some school districts go along with what the state's plan is, right? Regardless, this funding is all ending now. We're coming to an end. So you have all these extra counselors, you have intervention counselors that this money paid for, you have all these things that the money paid for. Now it's ending. So school boards are now faced with laying these people off because there's no funding. Well, guess what the state does? You can't tell me this isn't by plan. They come up with grants to take. And right now, a huge one where your school district can take money for is community schools. Community schools, if you look it up, is to take care of the whole child. They package it pretty. They make it look like, oh, we'll have, your kid can't go to the dentist. Oh, we'll get it for you. When in reality, low-income qualified families could get that help already, right? You already get that stuff. You as a parent should decide where you're going to take your kid for all these things. It shouldn't be available on campus. I mean, good districts, again, will do good stuff with the money given. Like we have a Hope Center that we work with the city, and they provide families help when they need assistance, right? And that's a beautiful thing. But to now have community school grants given to a school district during a time when they know funding is running out for things. Now let's dive a little bit deeper, and I won't waste too much time on this because I want parents to start paying attention to. And like Kelly, there's great resources we can link to this that will give parents more information to go do the research. I'm always like, go do your research and go look at things, right? Well, the community schools, one of their number one partners is who?
Planned Parenthood.
Thank you.
I guessed it.
You didn't even have to, because your intuition told you, because you already see what's happening with the direction. Planned Parenthood is one of the main ones. Now,
so if you're a 16-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl get pregnant, and your parent, for instance, do not affirm you getting an abortion, you can go to a community school. You go to school, you tell your teachers, they tell the principals, you go to a community school, you get an abortion for free.
Absolutely. But remember, you can already leave campus and not tell your parents and go get an abortion, right? California law.